From emergency services like fire and ambulance to sectors like rail that we just can't do without, the government believes this latest round of strikes has shown it's time for a new law to ensure minimum service levels even on strike days. The minister in charge homed in on one recent strike.
A lack of timely cooperation from the ambulance unions meant employers could not reach agreement nationally for minimum safety levels during recent strikes, and health officials were left guessing at the likely minimum coverage, making contingency planning almost impossible and putting everyone's constituents' lives at risk.
He's talking about the ambulance workers' strike before Christmas, and they are due to go out again tomorrow. But this paramedic and union rep says the law already means ambulance workers must provide life-saving services.
We are expected to cover those life and limb emergencies, and if we don't, the unions can be taken to court and sued. The other reason that I feel confident that those kind of cases will be covered is because that's what we did last time on the 21st of December. That was our experience then.
Other areas that could be covered include schools and border controls. Unions could be sued, strikers even sacked. The government says its aim would always be to negotiate, not impose, minimum service levels. Still, unions see this as an attack on basic rights.
We already have some of the most draconian rules curbing rights to strike in this country compared to any other European country. And what we're saying is that this addition is an unnecessary and highly likely to be illegal addition to those curbs.
It's unlikely this legislation could be passed in time to be used in this round of strikes, but its introduction is already raising the stakes. Andy Bell, 5 News.
Well, pretty grim weather in Scotland today. Thankfully, slightly better in Westminster for Andy Bell, who's been listening in to that, Andy, and can tell us about this big move from the government today, but also quite a confrontational one.
Yes, originally the plan in the manifesto back in 2019 was to only extend this sort of legislation to transport, to railways, but sometime around the end of last year the government decided, presumably in the midst of all the strikes going on, right, we're going to push it further into other sectors. Now the government keeps saying we're not about trying to stop people going on strike, it's just about guaranteeing minimum levels of service. All I can say is the opposition, the unions are certainly not seeing it that way, so much so that February the 1st, the TUC have said that's going to be a big day of protest, protect your right to strike day. They clearly see this as a basic assault on their rights. And when you think back yesterday, we were talking about ministers having meetings with union leaders. There's a bit more of an optimistic air about the place. As of today, I have to say, it all feels a bit more sour again, a bit more confrontational.
OK, Andy Bell in Westminster, thank you for that.